Hey there, welcome to the garden. I'm up here in the container garden. I just stole a container from this space to do a tiny project indoors, but I thought I'd give you a little update of what the container garden is looking like and just kind of share how everything's doing now that the weather has really cooled down and things have kind of stopped growing, and then we'll pop inside and just do a little bit of a holiday project. So for the most part, everything is pretty much in a resting spot. Now, the bunnies did come in and eat a lot of the flowers. They were running around and they ate a lot of the flowers off of the pansies. That's Petunia. Yep, that would have been your fault, Petunia. But they're coming back a little bit. And those peas, I sowed some peas. At the time when I did these containers, I just threw some forage pea plants in here just to kind of see what would happen. And they've been growing quite well. Now you can see it's been cold because look at this boxwood. Clearly, kind of feeling the cold a little bit. But the peas have actually been doing awesome. And I've never had super good luck with peas in the fall, but this is kind of giving me some hope. Like, this is making me intrigued that maybe next fall I should try to do some peas out here. Everything else is pretty much quiet. You can see where Petunia ate some of this cabbage. But it's still cute. But yeah, the kale and the collards there, they basically just stopped growing. They're kind of in the pause. I do see some buds coming up on the violas. So a little bit of growth there. And then this is my peach tree. It's doing fine. And over here, it hasn't been too cold yet, so I've left my Chicago Hardy fig outside. And you can just see next year's buds, and it's just kind of waiting. And so I think it's doing well. And there's the bunnies. They've been handling the cold too. And then over here, this pear did not get, the other one got eaten down by deer, and I think it's still alive, but it's not looking great. But this one, or not pear, sorry, nectarine, what am I saying? This one's looking really good. Like, look at all those buds. So I might actually get some cute flowers on this one. And then the poor other tree. Deer have just been such a challenge for me this year. It has been so difficult. At least I think I managed to save that other nectarine, and hopefully we get some flowers and then fruit on it. We'll see. I think it's going to be cute over there by the bunnies to have. Now let's go inside and do our little project. All right, so this is the pot that I stole from outside. It had a couple of pansies in there. There's one little pea that had gotten knocked over. So I thought, you know what? Let's just bring it in. I wanted to use it for this particular project. I also wanted to kind of announce, so I am going to be doing Vlogmas this year. So Vlogmas used to be a really popular thing, I feel like, around bloggers. Like maybe 5 years ago, everyone was doing like Vlogmases, where you would put out a vlog every day from the 1st of December through to like Christmas. I'm going to go to just Christmas Eve is going to be my last video in the daily videos. And I know it's kind of an old trend, but I always enjoyed it. I love the kind of countdown feeling in December where, I don't have a personal advent calendar for me this year, but I liked that like every day there's something. And I always enjoyed people doing Vlogmas because like every day you just, there's their video and you get to see whatever they're doing. These aren't going to be fancy videos, but just some little vlogs every day. I feel like the last year has been difficult. Obviously, I changed locations. My garden changed. My way of gardening changed. I obviously got more space. Definitely this fall, I wasn't as consistent with my videos as I would like. It was a little bit crazy getting my daughter started with school. I just felt like, I don't know, I kind of fell away a little bit, and I wanted to like restart for 2026. And I thought the Vlogmas might be a fun way to just like restart the channel, re-engage with you all, get ready to kick off 2026. The second year in the garden space, I think is going to be exciting because now I've finally at least gotten the garden built. So the garden's there. We can fill the beds with actual soil this year. Oh my goodness, Pan, the kitty cat is trying to knock over the camera. Stay away, please. We can actually garden, and I feel like it's going to be much more successful. So this is going to be fun to be able to just kind of like kickstart. I want to just re-engage with you all and reconnect. So yeah, so we're doing Vlogmas. I think I can do it every day. daily vlogs until Christmas Eve. I think I can. I'm gonna give it my absolute best shot. And we're starting off, so yesterday was day 1, and today is gonna be day 2, and we'll keep going. So I have kitty cats. Obviously, as I just said, we've got the kitty cat over there who was trying to knock over the camera. So I had to find plants. I can't really do poinsettias. I can't really do amaryllis, but these guys, they don't seem to bother. These don't seem interesting to them. They're funny what plants they bug. They like to eat like some of my ferns. They have different things that they kind of like to mess with. But these guys, they don't seem to bother them. So this is gonna be the center of our arrangement. And I just decided to use this nice low terracotta pot. I like the look of these. These are fun pots. I don't find them to be super practical for any kind of long-term growing. So I love to use them for like container lettuce. You'll see me, I do a lot of like lettuce greens and stuff in containers. And these are great because I usually grow them for baby greens. They don't, they grow for a certain couple months maybe, but then they're usually done. And it's just a wide surface area, and lettuce doesn't have many roots. So for things like that, maybe succulents, they'd be perfect. But for like big long-term growing, the soil reservoir is pretty small, and I find that it's very difficult to keep them well watered. Plants that are growing in here well watered enough, especially in the summer, like anything that's in here usually dries out and doesn't do super well. So I like it for these kind of projects, and so I just pulled it from outside. I'm gonna leave the little pansies. There's a couple little pansies in here. We're just gonna leave them on the side, and they're probably gonna start blooming. Now that they're inside, they're probably gonna feel great. So we'll leave it there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pop one of these in the middle. It is absolutely loaded with flower buds in there. There's so many buds. It looks super healthy. I am gonna mess up the roots a little bit, I think. I have to, but that's okay, to get it down in there. It actually takes up more of this container than I thought. I've got most of my pots are all full with houseplants right now. My houseplants did pretty well. So I had to go outside and grab this guy. I am gonna stick a few bulbs, not bulbs, ornaments, ornament bulbs. I'm gonna stick a couple of these in here. I've got sort of a theme where I've got red ornaments in different places throughout the house. I have different themes on every tree in the house, but I have red bulbs that kind of keep it all together. So that's what I'm kind of using in every different area, so that it all sort of has some sort of cohesion throughout the house. So I'm going to put a couple in there because I feel like that just looks extra Christmassy. And then I went ahead and cut up one of the branches from those evergreens that I foraged outside. I just cut up some branches, and I thought it'd be cute. Ooh, they are pokey. To stick a few little branches in around the edge and make it look extra Christmassy. Kind of making your own. You often see these kind of arrangements at the grocery store even, or the garden centers, but it's really pretty simple. And I think you can even, using a terracotta pot, I put a lot of my houseplants in terracotta pots, as well as my plants outdoors. I like the look of the terracotta. It's such a pretty natural color. So we're just gonna pop these in. As I said, super simple little project, but just nice. This was like a $5 little plant at the grocery store. And just with the terracotta pot that I already had, and the bulbs, the ornaments that I already had, and the foraged greenery, all of a sudden, we have a little Christmas arrangement. I should take the sticker off though. Always crucial to take the sticker off. So there we go. I think I'm going to put that either in my library or just on the center of my kitchen island, and just enjoy a little festive container. We're not really in the outdoor container time right now. That time is kind of taking a little break, as you saw from the container garden outside, but something like this inside still kind of scratches that itch, and for me it's still fun to do. The next container I need to work on is this poor palm tree behind me that is looking crispy. And I desperately need to repot that and water it. I'm sitting here looking at this behind me thinking, oh my gosh, We all have those. But other than that palm tree, all my houseplants are doing okay, for sure. Okay, so I'm gonna go find a spot for this container, and then yeah, I will see you tomorrow. I'm gonna share some stuff about this indoor growing. I'm gonna share some seed starting things. We're talking about that. I want to get some sprouts going. I'm just going to take you through the days of what I'm doing in the garden right now, how things are looking, and we're just going to spend a bit of time here in December together if you choose to join me for Vlogmas. And then yeah, the real gardening will all, of course, start in January when we really get earnestly starting to think about actually starting the seeds for next year's garden. But there you go. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.